It's track reviews.
Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest music nerd. We have a pretty interesting development here. The sudden drop of the first posthumous single of the late rapper, singer, and songwriter Juice WRLD. I am just now, coming upon this. I don't know what this is going to develop into. I think all of us were probably suspecting at some point we were going to get some posthumous music, a posthumous record of some sort. I will say I have not been crazy about a lot of the recent posthumous releases from this current generation of rappers, which is nothing against them personally or their art or their work, but rather I just felt like some of these projects haven't been too flattering to their memory. So I'm just hoping, whether I like this song or I don't, it feels truly in the spirit of Juice's music. I would hate, especially since I think he was one of the most significant voices in this recent trend of emo rap, emo trap. He had a distinct style, and I just don't want this song or anything on this record to reflect bad upon his artistry or his memory. Just fingers crossed on this reflecting positively on Juice's sound, style, and legacy, artistically speaking. So let's give this track a try. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it's all about, essentially. Juice WRLD, Righteous, ba-bam. Damn. Okay. A lot of good things to say about this track. I love that slick guitar line. I love that steady trap beat, which I think has a great groove to it. It's very well put together, mixed, EQ'd, assembled, even if the patterns are pretty typical for a trap instrumental. As far as an instrumental goes, this is pretty typical Juice WRLD, but there is something that feels a bit airier and I suppose a bit more dreamy about it. Feels a little bit dreamier aesthetically. Juice WRLD, especially on the hook, sounds a bit understated, breathy. So there is kind of a bit of a malaise to the track, I guess I'll say. Moving beyond that, I love the super great vocal melody on the song. Super expressive singing from Juice WRLD as well on this track, especially as we are transitioning into lines about taking medicine to fix all of the damage. There's that little bit of an emo twang to his voice that he would usually showcase on certain tracks that are a bit more melodic, require a bit more singing, as opposed to his more rapped cuts. Sonically and musically, this is pretty much about as good as the Juice WRLD formula gets. It's not a magnum opus, it's not a huge change of pace, it's not reinventing the wheel. His best songs in this style, working with roughly this same mix of trap and guitar and vocal melodies. I mean, this is very much in league with all of that, but I will say in terms of that style, in terms of that formula, this track is one of the better examples of that, purely from a musical and a compositional standpoint. From there, we have the lyrics, which in light of Juice WRLD's passing are absolutely chilling. I know Juice WRLD is no stranger to singing and rapping about his addictions and death, but having them compacted so tightly into this first posthumous single is pretty frickin' heavy. It's really, truly heavy. I guess I don't want to dwell too much on that because you guys know what it is, and you'll hear it yourselves when you try out the song if you have not already. But again, I will say, as far as the typical Juice WRLD formula goes, this is pretty good, and I feel like it's a very flattering song too. It was produced well, it was assembled well, and I would love to hear whatever is coming down the pipe from Juice WRLD posthumously, anything that's going to be organized into a larger project, like this should be the standard bearer for the record. Every song on the record should be at least of this quality in terms of assembly, detail, structure, nothing messy, nothing embarrassing, nothing that would have been left on the cutting room floor because it was sort of out of character or something. If we want to hear the cutting room floor stuff or the vault stuff, maybe package that into some kind of B-sides thing or some kind of explorative project where fans can hear another side of Juice WRLD. Those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions on this track. Let me know what you guys thought of this one. What do you think I should review next? Over here next to my head is another video that you should check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano. Juice WRLD forever.